Hi, today I am with Mr. Nasir Ali. He founded a company that is changing the way sports is played in India. Welcome, Nasir.
Hi Prashant, thank you for this great introduction.
Nasir, tell us about yourself, how the journey started.
So, I started thinking about sports when I started looking at Beijing Olympics in 2008, and also Abhinav Bindra won the gold medal, and we started talking that that was the only gold medal India has ever won in an individual sports. At that time, I started thinking, why was India not in the radar or in the map of countries which are winning all the medals and everything. And but I slept for 2 years, and in 2010, again Commonwealth Games came to India, and again I started thinking that I was very passionate about sports. I wanted to uh, do something in sports. So 2010 again. My journey began in sports, and we managed to get a few government contracts for making hockey fields, and that's where my journey in sports started, and how we have churned the whole scene. Basically, how we have made this company and how we have built a sports infra company which is catering to every kind of needs of the hour, basically.
That is great. So we have seen how long way hockey has come in India. We used to be the world champions, then came a period where nothing was happening, and now again we are doing very well in hockey. And you started your journey with hockey, so that is phenomenal.
So yeah, hockey, as I was mentioning, India, there's a long way to go. India, we have around 40 or 50 hockey fields, global hockey fields, against a population of 1.4 billion people. And countries like Netherlands and New Zealand, they have, like Netherlands, I heard, had 400 hockey fields.
Wow.
And a country like Netherlands, which has a population of not even one of our states, has so many hockey fields. So we started with hockey, but just imagine the number of hockey fields we need in India, in every district, every nook and corner. And the idea is that we need to bring in lots of such facilities like hockey fields in grassroots cities, grassroots towns or villages where there is talent, the real talent for playing hockey. India needs many such facilities, and that is where Gallant is trying to work upon. That we are making world-class facilities at the best possible prices, or or the cost, where we are trying to not only do government projects, which are of course for the real athletes, for the national level players, but we are also building most of our infrastructure in schools and colleges and universities, where the youngsters, the youth is playing, the youth is trying to become the champions of tomorrow. Prashant, Gallant Sports was started in 2016. I went for a cycling tour to Europe, and when I came back, I formed this company called Gallant Sports, where we were traveling a lot to every district of India and every state, and they were the biggest problem which we were facing were in India were prices. Most of the people, like as I was telling you, schools and universities and colleges all wanted their grounds to be international level, a multi-sports facility they all wanted. But whenever we spoke about prices, they all used to postpone their decision to make a world-class sports facility. They had started building computer labs and other laboratories and all, but they never thought of making anything world class in sports, where they were not ready to make international artificial turf, or they were not ready to make tennis courts which were very international, or basketball courts which were injury free, or indoor halls which had badminton courts and all those kind of things. So after a lot of thought, I went the Asian way, because most of our imports which the government was doing, because government was the primary buyer for sports infrastructure in India, we went to China, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Korea, and other such countries where the same products, the same quality was available much, much cheaper. So we introduced Gallant and brought those kind of products which had the similar quality, similar playability, similar life, sustainability, and everything also very, very similar or even better. And we started offering them to a lot of schools and colleges, and they all started liking the prices, liking the product, and that's the beginning of our journey basically. And we, in 3 to 4 years, we became India's largest importers and installers of artificial turf, sports tiles, and PVC vinyl for education sector.
That's very interesting. So you got them started, you got them to taste it so that they started liking it, and then eventually they saw the value in it. And this is a time frame where India was actually taking sports seriously. 2016, 18, 19
Yes.
time, where you were seeing different sports coming up.
Yes.
And in the back, I can see that there are some material placed for athletics.
Yes.
India is doing very well in athletics. So tell me more about other type of turfs that you lay.
So basically, as I was telling you, tiles, PP tiles, which are TP tiles or PVC vinyl, and turf. People in India have heard more about AstroTurf, but AstroTurf is a brand. So any kind of artificial turf for sports, we are India's largest importers and installers. But more than that, as you were saying, athletic tracks is something which is always a large project, and mostly the government is doing those kind of projects, or very large schools where there is a 200-meter or a 400-meter track which is laid. So Gallant Sports is one of the only companies in India who has taken we have tried to build a product which has been approved by World Athletics also for putting it in competition level tracks which can be made by anyone. So that is the journey in athletic tracks. But before that, I just wanted to tell you that in 2020, we thought that, okay, we are trying to cater the private market, the school market, but government was still the biggest buyer, and we wanted them to get good products at good prices. So we entered the government market, and you won't believe we are the largest suppliers and installers of football fields, FIFA approved football fields in India. We have made more than 10 FIFA approved football fields in India, and I don't think any other company, even 20 years old or 25 years old, have made 10 FIFA approved football fields. And we have also made 3 hockey fields in Gallant.
While entering, I saw Gallant Play was also mentioned. What is Gallant Play?
So, of course, all of us had a great experience which was called COVID. So so COVID 2020, we all thought that we have no place to play, and wish we were playing. We would have had better immunity, and we were talking about many such things. So as soon as the lockdown was over, we had a lot of sports facilities which we made in Delhi, NCR, and other cities. So we took some of them and we started a sporting arena for the community to play. We tried to say we have a sports arena in Gurgaon. So we cater to 10 kilometers of that arena where people can come and play. They can pay and play, or they can just come and train or do coaching with our coaches. So this was a Gallant Play was just formed to give back to the society, give back a place where people can come and play. Most of us have not played after school or college, and we all want to get back to sports and injury-free sporting facilities where we want to go back and try and play. So we are trying that we pull back the people back to sports, back to play. And a lot of corporates, the people who are working in corporates are playing now in our arenas. And 4 to 10, most of our arenas are 80 to 100% full. So I think people are wanting to get back to sports, and this is Gallant Play is a way to bring back sports in the community, and we want people to start playing again.
Yeah, in fact, there are studies that as time is passing, Indians are getting unhealthier, which means that they have to actually go out and start playing as a hobby, as a passion, or as a profession. And what you are doing is also creating a kind of an ecosystem of coaches as well as players, right?
Yes.
So tell me more about it. How are people taking it, like the coaches and all? Do they see a lot of value in it?
So Gallant Play was never made to make champions and all, because we are still catering only Delhi NCR. But the idea was to have that sporting culture in India back. Like we don't have a sporting culture like in Delhi. Most of the people who can afford to play are not playing. They may be going to a gym, but gym is as per, I also go to gym sometime, but it is self-motivating. Like you have to motivate yourself to go to a gym, and then you are again trying to run or trying to do some weights or something or the other. But if you are playing a sport, like I play tennis, so if I'm playing with somebody, I'm engaging with the partner, or if I'm playing football, I'm engaging with the whole team or the opponents. So sports is something which is natural to us. We cannot think of anything else while we are playing. Try a sport, like if you're playing playing badminton, you have to look at the shuttle throughout. You cannot leave the vision, like you have to see the shuttle. So it's a kind of meditation also. You are trying to meditate and play, and so we want people to start playing. We want families to start playing. We in India mostly weekend is going to a mall and not going to a sports arcade or sports arena. So we want to change that perspective of people, that why not a family go together and start playing together? Why are they going to a mall or a food court or a movie? So that is what my thinking was when I started Gallant Play, actually.
Very nice. So kind of in a way motivating people. And if I can use the word AI in this context, so move them away from the gym's artificial interaction to actual arenas, artificial turfs, and have real interactions with people. Fabulous.
Yeah. It's a good thing, because we still have kids who comes with a maid, with a driver, with the air condition on, and a mobile or a pad. So we want children to be they have to give away those things and start playing again. We all are from a generation where we used to have gully sports, like we used to play everything on the grounds and on the roads, and we did not care, but the parents used to push us back to home. So we want that culture to come back, and healthier options and healthier ways of life, basically ways of living.
Right. So the government is also very serious about these things. They are trying to build tracks, etc. So how are you seeing from the supplier side of the thing, that how serious government is in taking action and actually going all the mile to create it?
Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi also wants Olympics in India in 2036. I think we are going to bid for 2036 or else 2040. So the journey to the Olympics is the vision and mission for Gallant Sports right now. But the government will have to spend 10 times of what they are spending right now, because we have to bring in sporting facilities in every district. We want to have talented players coming and playing in real sporting facilities, which means the real surfaces, injury-free surfaces where the champions are playing. Like if you are playing hockey, you have to start playing in hockey turf from day one. You can't play on mud till age 16, and then suddenly you are giving a person a Ferrari Formula 1 car and okay, now drive this car. You cannot go from Maruti 800 to a Ferrari in one day. You have to start playing in turf from day one if you want to become a hockey player, or if you want to become hockey champions again. We have, I think, 10 to 12 Olympics goals in hockey, but we went down again. I think Odisha government has is trying to bring back hockey in India and bring back India as the major player in hockey. But there's a long way to go. Similarly, athletics or any other sport, Olympic sports, maybe cycling or badminton or table tennis or wrestling or boxing or swimming, whatever sports, we need to build those sports infrastructure for the champions, for the athletes who wants to be champions to play, and they can only improve 1% every day, so they need those facilities from day one.
Yeah, very well pointed, Nasir. You talked about injury free, right? Imagine losing somebody like a Virat Kohli to an injury in early stage of his life because he played on a sporting field which was not conducive to good performance. So it's a very important part. So how are you educating people about this more? Why the real turf is needed?
See, everybody is still wary about turf because they say it's plastic and not environmentally friendly, and natural grass is better, it's green, and it's all those kind of questions are always coming to us. But frankly speaking, we cannot play in grass because in each of our schools we have 3,000 to 400,000 kids who all wants to play and they need to play. So we need to have multi-sports facilities. We all have one ground. Most of the schools have one ground, and those grounds can cater to only one sport. So we are trying to build injury-free products with turf, which are lasting 10 to 12 years. Also, we try to give warranty of 7 to 12 years in most of our products. So injury-free. Why injury-free? Is because most of the athletes, like basketball, we are all playing in concrete. So the loop is 10 feet up. So if somebody is doing a dunk in and then fall back on 10 feet in a game, if he is taking 100 shots or 100 jumps, he is falling back again and again on that concrete. His knees and ankles will go. And sooner or later, they are all injured. So we don't have, after till 16 or 18, our body is very flexible and they can take those kind of things. But as soon as you reach an age, 18, 21, 23, they all get injured and most of their careers gets over if there is an injury. If you have a knee injury or if you have an ankle injury or a wrist injury, these injuries cannot be, it's very difficult to come out of those injuries and become a player again. So we need as I told you earlier also, we need the right surface for this sports we want to play. Like for athletic tracks, PU is very, very, like you said, it is made in polyurethane, so that when the athlete is running, he's running on his toes, so he has to jump, he has to flow, he has to fly rather. So if you are flying or if you are running, so you have to have those kind of surface. If you have a surface which is like very hard, you cannot jump, you cannot make those kind of running, you cannot run again and again, and so the injuries are coming. Similarly, badminton needs a wooden flooring, basketball needs a PU or a PU flooring. So these kind of things are required. So right surface at the right age for the sports we want to play.
So Nasir, you started in 2016, the Gallant journey, and it's already about 8 years plus. Are you seeing that there is change in level of acceptance? Is it like things are getting better and easier? And what kind of impact you are seeing?
Good question, Prashant. As in 2016, when we were going to schools, that was our primary focus at that time. Everybody was trying to say that we want to build something, but they were not ready to spend. But slowly, most of the schools which were very positive and they wanted to put sports in their curriculum, they started building these sports infrastructure, and from one to other and second to third, we have made 300 sports fields in, I think, 300 schools where we have covered some sport or the other, and many of them multi-sports. Like they have all done first year basketball and second year tennis, and then they said, okay, let's do a whole ground, because they could see the positive impact in their school. Like I was talking to somebody in K.R. Mangalam schools, and the school, I had a meeting with all the sports faculty there, and they were all saying that we had 10 people going for nationals, and this year there were 400 students who were going for nationals in their schools. So see the positive impact. Like we can't measure it properly, what is the exact impact, but a child wanting to play nationals, that is a big impact for such kind of sports facility, because these kind of sports facilities are attracting you to the ground. They are colorful, they are long lasting, they are all weather. You can play in every weather. You can play in rains also, you can play in winter, summers, whatever. And we try to cover it with nets and all, so that the ball doesn't travel out, so you don't waste time in bringing back the ball as we used to do in our time. The ball is always in play. So these kind of things have brought sports back to school, and the 300 schools we have done, they are all very, very happy, and we are getting a lot of work from schools only because we can see the positive impact. Most of the new schools are building these. Many old schools, including the old schools like St. George's or Weinberg Allen or Doon School, and any school like Rajkot, Rajkumar College in Rajkot, all these old schools which were the real school from Lawrence and all, they have all built sports facilities, and many of them we have made these kind of sports facilities. Now I would like to come back to government. Government also is doing a lot now through their Khelo India program, and Khelo India has, I think, more than 1,000 crores to spend in various international level sporting facilities, which is an athletic track or a football field or a hockey field or indoor badminton halls and all those kind of projects. So the impact is there. As I was saying, 300 we have made, but I think we have around 1,000 plus schools out of 1 million maybe, which are catering to sports infrastructure. But there's a long journey, there's a long way to go. Every school should be having these kind of sports facilities, and every child should have few hours of sports every week. This is something which I think the government is talking about, but it is not yet implemented. But time has come that we should implement sports as one of the major subjects, and playing sports, not reading sports, like most of the people are trying to say. We have taken PE, physical education, in our course, but they read and they don't play much. So we need to bring those kind of facilities, those kind of courses where people can actually play in PE, not just read just study it as a subject.
In fact, while talking to you, something came to my mind. Like you mentioned about 10 to 400 students going for nationals. In our times, right, it's not that parents did not want us to play, but they were probably worried about the injury part. But with sporting infrastructure, the injury is out of question now. So that the parents are also more comfortable that, okay, let my child play and let them be fitter and better. So overall, this works out very well.
You are right. Now parents are coming, like as I was saying, all our arenas are, whichever we are running or the other people are running, are almost full. So most of the kids after school are playing now. Many kids are whoever can afford or whoever has the time, or parents pushing them back to sports. But as I said, we have, I think, 17 million school going, 17 crore school going kids. So right now we are catering to maybe not even 1 million or 2 million. So we want a lot from everyone. If we make it compulsory, if we make it in the curriculum, it will be easier. It will be much easier for parents also to push their kids back to sports. Right now, people are more interested in coaching, like Fit JE coaching or NEET coaching and all those kind of things, because they all think that they have to do this kind of coaching to do well in their life. So sports is an integral part. They have to understand that most of the corporates, most of the people who I know are looking not only for a person who is well educated, but he should also be sporty, he should also be physically fit, and those kind of things are also seen nowadays in the whole resume.
So we are at the end of our first episode. This was an inaugural episode on our podcast series. Tell me, who all are we going to meet as we progress on this podcast?
We want to talk to a lot of school owners and principals, because you can see the positive impact these kind of facilities, these kind of sports infrastructure has brought to the universities and schools and colleges. And secondly, we also want to bring the owners of the schools who were very reluctant to spend money in sports infrastructure, but once they agreed to spend and once they saw the facilities in some other place, they all agreed to do such large investments. We want to bring in some of the people from sports ministry, some people from sports authority of India, Khelo India, and good coaches or sportsmen who can push people to come back to play. Who the some of the players who are playing right now, or some of the retired players, should talk about sports. Should talk about. I was a couple of days back. I was with Gautam Gambhir in one of the inauguration. He inaugurated a field which we made in modern school, Vasant Vihar, and I was talking to him. He was mentioning that it's a beautiful. He was thanking me that you have given. He's an ex-modernite, so he was thanking that you have given such a sports facility which is injury-free for the kids, and the kids will come and play. They will try to enjoy it. They will try to be champions, and we miss that in our time. So he is also saying that we should have more and more such facilities. We should make it compulsory. So a lot of people are talking about it, and we want to bring those kind of people who are talking about sports infrastructure, talking about Olympics, talking about kids and health and sports, and those kind of people back in our podcast.
So this looks very exciting lineup. Look forward to our next episodes coming up soon.
Thank
That's
you.
all we had today. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashant.